Hello guys, the Food Dude here, welcome back to the show. Today I have another superfood video for you. And I know you might be wondering, why is he glossy? Why is Carlos glistening right now? And I'm gonna fill you in all that in just a second, but first I just need to tell you something. You know, when I talk to my friends and other people, etc., they ask me, hey Carlos, how do you keep your skin so nice? How keep your teeth so white? How do you poop so right? How come you never get sick and how do you stay so lean? And well, you know, there's many factors that come into play with that, but if there's one single common denominator for that, is the coconut oil, baby. Coconut oil is the bomb. I do everything with coconut oil. I mouthwash with it, I cook with it, I put it on my desserts, I use it for detoxing, I use it for fat loss supplement. And you can even use it as a deodorant. Like, this is an invention of mine. I bought this thing and I just dumped the contents because of the aluminum content. And I washed it thoroughly and then I just fill it with coconut oil and I put it in the fridge. And if you put it in the fridge, it's gonna stay solid. So you can try that. The only thing is that, yeah, you have to watch out with your clothing, the stains. But you know, there's so many things you can do with coconut oil. I'm not even scratching the surface. And like right now, I'm giving myself what I like to call the coconut oil treatment. And every once a week or so, I take a teaspoon or a tablespoon of coconut oil and I rub it on my face and on my neck, right? And on my arms if you want, even in your hair you can put it too. And I just let it sit for like an hour, and then I go just listen to music, do some reading, do some assignments. And then after 1 hour, I just jump into the shower, I wash it off, and I come out with the silkiest, smoothest skin that you can imagine. And I know some guys might be laughing at me right now and saying, no, Carlos is putting coconut oil in his face, but you know damn well that tonight you're gonna go to your room, lock the door, and you're gonna be rubbing the coconut oil in your face. Let's just keep it real. And I know you might be thinking, but isn't coconut oil saturated fat? Absolutely, you know, coconut oil and saturated fat really is not as bad as people make it to be. Saturated fat got its bad reputation back in the 90s when some people decided that it was fat but was making people obese. And you know, after that we got this tsunami of products, low-fat, non-fat, skim, trim, the light products that, you know, where they take the fat out of the product and they totally bastardize this food, so your body's gonna have a hard time recognizing it. And on top of that, you need fat, you need saturated fat for absorbing and processing a lot of nutrients and fat-soluble vitamins like A, C, D, and K. So if you take that out, you're not gonna absorb it, you don't wanna process it. The only fats you really have to stay away from is the trans fats, you know, the man-made fats. And also the saturated fats from animals that have been, you know, tortured and are sick. You know, I'm referring to the non-organic meat. Because, you know, it's in the fat cells where animals, we do as well. We store all the toxins, all the drugs, all the antibiotics, and all the chemicals and all the hormones that they feed, you know, that non-organic farmers feed to these poor animals. So that's, if you're eating meat, you have to make sure that it's organic. I really recommend you, because when you put the heat on the steak, you're just catalyzing tons of chemical reaction with all those toxins and chemicals, and at the end you're gonna have just a sea of unknown and unstudied chemicals that God knows what's gonna be doing to your body. But I guarantee that if you buy organic meat, it's gonna be worth every penny. But anyway, coconut oil has 92% saturated fat, and 3/4 of that is going to be medium chain fatty acids. And it also has lauric acid. And lauric acid is something that you would find in mother's milk. Like, it's really hard to find a good source of lauric acid. And you can find a little bit in palm oil or some in really good butters as well. But what is lauric acid good for? Oh my god, just so many things. It fights pathogens, it fights candida, it fights fungus, it fights parasites and bacteria, and all that stuff that people get in their gut. Like, if you go to a tropical country where they use coconut oil all the time, they don't have these things. You don't see this kind of stuff. And so it protects you. It's gonna boost your immune system, it's gonna fight cancer and heart disease, and many things and reasons that you have for taking the coconut oil. And you guys might be wondering, so how do you keep lean with coconut oil? That doesn't make any sense. Well, maybe you've heard of thermogenics before. Thermogenics, it's a kind of supplement, and coconut oil is a thermogenic. It's a natural and safe thermogenic because it boosts your metabolism during the day. It kind of increases your body temperature a little bit, so you burn more calories during the day just by lying around doing your normal daily activities. And so the only thing you have to do is use it. Basically go to the health food store, grab a bottle of coconut oil, you're pretty much good to go. What I like to do every morning is I get my coconut oil, I dip a tablespoon in it, and I just take it straight to the head. And that's gonna be my own personal Red Bull. It's gonna give me a nice shot of energy, and it's gonna increase my metabolism, and it's gonna protect me and boost my immune system all during the day. The only thing you have to keep in mind, like with pretty much all the superfoods and everything I've been talking about, it has to be unrefined, organic coconut oil. Make sure that it's not refined, because a refined one is really white, it's bleached, and they remove chemically the smell, you know, which is something I love. The coconut oil smell is just fantastic. You know, it has to be raw, organic, and blah blah blah. I'm sure it's not really that hard to find. I've seen it in many places, even in supermarkets. Just make sure it's a raw, organic, unrefined, non-bleached, blah 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 coconut oil. You know, the closer to its natural state, the better. Alright guys, well, and of course the coconut oil is gonna get my seal of approval. And stay tuned guys, because next time I have another superfood video for you. Stick around. Any questions, suggestions, ideas, anything you want to see in the Life Matters show, just let me know. This is Life Matters, my name is Carlos Salazar. Have a great day. Bye bye. Come on. Shoulda had them apple bottom jean boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit